Alright folks, it is, August 25th, Tuesday. It is roughly 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm just now getting my breakfast, brunch, however. And I figured I'd pop in here. I know some people like to watch people eat. You know, we're just trying new things. It's already been a busy day. So, if you have seen any of my previous videos, especially in the last couple of days, you are aware what the hell's been going on. And by that, I mean this whole scenario with my neighbors and my baby dad basically being in cahoots with one another. I got audio of them talking on the phone. I got audio of them up in the attic just cussing and insulting and all these different things. And, you know, even with that, they still have chose to come over here. Now, I told them Sunday night? Yeah. That I had developed a 5-part plan. Because once I heard my ex over here, who was sitting in this woman's house like he was the man of the house, first off, with some other man, while the girl is just like she's like they're a couple, right? Carrying on so loudly, like I said, like he acted like he was the man of the house, while the boyfriend, the real boyfriend's up in the attic watching me. Once that took place, took a minute. I got myself together, got on my bike, and I left for about an hour. I just rode around and I talked to God and my angels, and I even tried, this is going to tear me up, I even tried to talk to my mom, you know. And I came back with so much clarity about what my next steps were. And I let them know I've developed a 5-part plan that I will be enacting. And from this point further, when I say something, I mean it. And I will be following through on all those things that I speak aloud. So because of that, the errand boy up here, the boyfriend, goes and alerts them. Now mind you, baby daddy wasn't over there at this point. That's when she freaks out, calls him. I get them on video having a discussion because I don't get it. I don't know why she thought this was a safe idea or a good idea or anything, and why the boyfriend let her go do this and didn't comfort her himself. But she gets on the phone and she calls baby daddy so he can comfort her, and lets him know that I said I'm calling CPS because I don't hear their children anymore. And if my baby daddy is here for 3 to 4 days on end, where's my child? Where's his son? Somebody say something. Tell me something. You know? So I did just that. Well, I made sure to record them having that conversation, and he's on speakerphone. And she is emotionally speaking like loud, where I could hear her through my air conditioner. I told the dude upstairs, I said, go get your chick out of the street and tell her to shut up. Because I can hear her. Nobody did that. I've given these people so many pre-warnings before anything happened. So many opportunities, and they don't do it. So it continued, so yeah, I went and recorded it. I sure as shit did. So with that, they come in here and harass me or whatever. So I got the 3 videos of that, right? Yesterday, Monday, I told them, first thing I'm going to go file protective orders. Because that seems like the #1 safest thing to do, and to start out this 5-step process. So, I go, but they're completely like booked out for a week and a half, which is just like, wow. It's just hitting the fan all over the place, right? I call, woman gives me a link, sends it to me. I get 2 of them filed between baby daddy and neighbor girl. I still want to get one on the boyfriend. But I don't know his date of birth. So, get that done. And I'm tired at that point. Night goes on. They're up there again. Baby daddy's up there again. You know, it's crazy. Where is my daughter? Where's my daughter? Fly just comes right at me. Because I'm saying these things. Because I'm putting it out there. You know? So that goes on throughout the night again. And what's real funny is, man, they talk so much ish. They talk so much ish. And I said it once again. I'm calling CPS. One of the girls, because then they have friends come over. And it's pretty consistent on Mondays. This Chevy Tahoe out here comes over. Brings a dude and a chick. And the chick hears me. And I don't like this girl. I don't like any of them. But this one specifically. She goes out there and tells the girl again, who's sitting out in the truck with probably my baby dad, not her boyfriend. And I hear her start getting upset again, and I'm like, did nobody prep you as to what took place last night? Do these people not know that I have them on video? They just pretend like it didn't happen? So I'm watching, you know, my readings, and I'm listening and all this stuff, and it come to find out, I'm pretty sure, and I asked them this before, and then I ended up saying this. This is what's so crazy. I said this last night. I said, I made a comment on one of my videos. Are they getting paid? Or is this the promise of getting paid? You know, does anybody have cash in hand, or does my baby dad keep telling them, well, this is going to happen, and nobody's got paid yet? And sure enough, it comes through on this reading, and it's like, whatever it is, I don't know what scheme he came up with, whether he tried to do this before when he worked at a certain government place. We're talking like student loan fraud. Whether he thought he was going to be able, oh, I bet it was for him. I thought it was for his ex. I bet it was for him. Where he files these, you know, loans like he's going to go to school and then doesn't go to school. And I guarantee that's where he was telling these people he was going to get the money, but it turns out he either spent the money or his application got denied. Which is how he was going to pay these people. And I said it. I'd already said it before. I go, you know, you should ask more questions about what you're taking part in, so on and so forth. Anyways, the reading said the same thing I said. Confirmed it. He ain't got no money to pay these people. And they've been doing this and so actively dedicated and committed to this whole thing. No money. It's going to piss a lot of people off when it comes down to it. Because he can't pay them. But see, he works like that. He maneuvers like that. He will promise things to get what he wants in the moment, and then he will turn his back on them. He will act like, I don't know what all it entails, but it's just like how he has demonstrated his character to be. And they sit up there and they act like I'm so full of shit and I'm just trying to start shit, and I'm like, I have tried to help you guys so much and I never should have. And they take my kindness for weakness. And they think I'm just full of shit. So, told them last night, when I get up tomorrow, I will be calling CPS. And, you know, when I woke up, even before I went to bed, you know, what do you say in this situation? When you have shadow, like, you know, I don't have them physically on video, but I have their voices, right? And I have details, and I have so many just different aspects of this whole scheme, which is why he created it this way. Because you have to be very observant, you got to take notes, and you got to play dumb a lot. So they can keep doing what they're doing, so I can get more information as to what they're doing. And I covered every freaking aspect on the phone with the DCS worker. And I told her before I even started, I said, look, am I able to do 2 reports in one? Because I'd hate to say all this and then get off the phone and then call right back. But this is definitely 2 people that reside in 2 different places involving 3 different children. Well, 4 technically. And she's like, no, you're fine. Let's do it. And after like a 45-minute call, I explained it all in thorough detail. And she was nothing but helpful. She listened to me. I said, this is going to be, I know you hear probably You hear really scary stuff, really sad stuff. This is probably going to be the craziest story you've ever heard. But I promise you, if you bear with me, I can make it make sense. And she was like, okay. And she allowed me to put it all out there. So I got so many different aspects of this. And I told the truth. That's the thing. Like, I think they thought I was going to call and, like, come up with some false claim. No. I told them the absolute truth. Now, this whole thing was designed for me to look crazy. And I knew that after I went a little crazy with it. Back in January specifically. And, you know, that gets me on a whole thing where I was like, I asked people for help. Like, I'm so mad. And I'm not mad. I'm disappointed in terms of how people handle people asking for help with unbelievable, impossible things. People go, that ain't real. It's not real. Really. People need to be more kind. Period, point blank. And open their mind. Because we are entering a time, okay, a period in time where not only 11:11 on the clock right there. Not only are we, you know, we got this whole alien thing going on and stuff, and we got people at one point in time said that was impossible. The veil is thin, and it's getting thinner, and people are going to start having paranormal experiences. They're going to start having spiritual experiences. They're going to start seeing things that they never thought that are in Disney movies, right? And they tell us in these Disney movies as a kid, well, that's not real. So they're going to send people into complete mental breakdowns, okay, with what's about to just start coming out. Because that is reality. We have been conditioned and comforted by all these things that surround us. Each thing, layer by layer by layer by layer by layer, building up these illusions that we can't see through. And then when somebody brings that to a person, they're like, you're crazy. That's what it was designed for. Why do you think of insane asylums and orphanages were such a big thing at one point in time? We don't have them now, right? I mean, we do have mental hospitals, but where's the orphanages? The insane asylums were created to house the people who would not conform and go along with the new narrative that those, we're just going to say that those put in place due to a reset. And when they took those people, they needed places to put the kids. Voila, the orphanages. You know, this is all, like, and that blows my mind when I'm like, oh my God, like, that makes perfect freaking sense. You don't comply, you get a lobotomy. We're going to drop you off at this insane asylum, and they made sure people were mistreated, hurt, abused, sexually assaulted, however you got to say it to keep it online. They did that on purpose. They put crazy, maniacal people in charge to hurt these people. And then in that, containing their souls in these places where they can't get out. So that's why you got hauntings. Just like here. You know, I'll admit, I live in government housing. There are so many spirits here, it is insane. Insane. Because the fact, and here's where I'm like, how do I break this contract? When you sign that lease, you almost sign your soul over. Because you are asking them for help, assistance. Say you die here. You're stuck here. Forever. I have seen enough spirits to know. And I've spent enough time pondering this. That's the only thing that makes sense. Now, hopefully, if you make it out of here and you don't die here, you don't get stuck here. But I'm telling you, it's all part of a bigger plan to keep people, spirits, energy, souls stuck. I called CPS. I made my claims. They will do an investigation. They're going to alert local law enforcement. All of this on top of filing my protective orders. I have contempt court in September, not for me, for him, and this will all back it. If you are going through this, if you are being bullied and or gang stalked by whomever, do your best. Figure out who it is on your own. It's going to take time. This was 9 months. Because they will get sloppy. At one point in time, they never spoke up there. Now they're at a point where they have conversation, they laugh, and they kiki it up, you know, because they think they're untouchable. Touched you. I got your number. Got it? There's a light. Not that light at the end of the tunnel, because that's a fucking lie too. Don't follow that light. Go into the darkness. When you pass, don't go into the light. It's a trap. It's a trick. Okay? The unknown is where you go. Be patient. Take notes. Record. And I promise you, your day will come. And justice will be restored in your life. And that's like, I almost want to cry here. That's like some past life activation of this shit happening over and over and over again. You can break free. You can. I'm proof of it. I'm telling you. I'm proof of it. So that's that. I hope you enjoy your day. Keep your head up. And peace be with you.